So majority of you might already know why I'm making this video, but if you don't, I want to give you kind of the rundown right now. It was just announced earlier today, which I was unaware of because I was busy finishing Ava, like trying to finish up Ava as fast as possible. I looked at an article on Anime News Network, and on it, right on the front page, it says, Toriko to end on November 14th. Now, FYI, Toriko is a pretty long-running series for a while now, and just to say, it's been getting rushed all year long, and that would mean that there's only 2 chapters left of the series. So all this setup and stuff that's been happening for a long time now, like a space arc, that's not happening. That's not happening. So, yeah. Regardless of my disappointment to that, like this news, because it makes me kind of sad, let's talk about the bigger picture here. Something I've wanted to talk about for quite a while now, and it's time I finally sit down and discuss it, because it's very important, and some have asked me to make this video, and so I kind of want to make this video just to discuss the topic at hand, which is, what is going on in Weekly Shonen Jump right now? Now, if you have not heard or haven't been paying attention to what's been going on this year, let's kind of let you know. A bunch of long, ongoing series have ended recently, or throughout majority of 2016. Just to name a couple, okay? Just a couple. Nisekoi, Bleach, Toriko now coming to an end. Gintama's literally in its final arc. Kochikame ended, which was a very, very 40-plus year long running series. Yeah, no, I did not lie about that. 40-plus year ongoing series ended recently. And that's just to name a couple of series that have ended this year in the magazine. And so it's just kind of crazy when you take a moment to factor all this in, that all these big series have come to an end, or are about to come to an end. For instance, Gintama, been going on for a while, is about to come to an end very soon too. So the question is, what is going on in Weekly Shonen Jump? Because we know that some of these series, they've been around for a long time. They have a very big fan base. Bleach, regardless of the, decline of popularity and different things like that, it still had a big fan base. There was a big fan base. There was. You cannot even lie about that. There was a big fan base to Bleach. And we know it had a lot of fans behind it besides newer series that might come to Weekly Shonen Jump. And we know throughout the last stages of Bleach, it was rushed. We know. We saw signs in the way it was written and all of that, all these setups and stuff throughout Bleach. We knew the final stages of Bleach, the final couple of chapters, was completely rushed, and Kubo definitely did not want to do something like that with Bleach, his series. Now, not even just looking at that, let's look at like Nisekoi, okay? So Nisekoi is a series that's been ongoing for quite a while as well, and it was a very popular series. Many loved Nisekoi. It's not my personal favorite series, but many loved Nisekoi. Assassination Classroom, which gained a big fan base as well, that ended. And then we also have now with Gintama. Gintama's reaching its final stages, and that has a big fan base too. It's up there. And then Kochikame, a 40-plus year ongoing series, has finally concluded. You don't even want to begin to imagine how big that fan base is. And then on top of that, we now have Toriko that is concluding. So Toriko has shown signs for a while now that it is being rushed. Like, it has shown signs for arcs now that there's something going on internal with the manga. I've discussed this time and time and time and time again with this series of Toriko. I've discussed some of these arcs have been completely rushed or skipped over, some of this character development just completely axed. A lot of these different things throughout Toriko and recent events of the chapters or arcs have been completely rushed, and it's been happening all year long. And it begs the question, what is going on? I mean, is Shonen Jump trying to conclude all these series, try to axe off all these long-running series for new series, fresh blood? Because let's think about what's kind of came out this year, okay? Some new series. We have, the Promised Neverland, which recently came out, starting to gain popularity. Red Sprite came out, which I don't think is doing that well in rankings. I heard a little bit of things about it negative-wise. And then now we have, other series that have been going on this year. For instance, Boku no Hero Academia, which we know that's become very, very popular. It's a next ongoing long-running series because of how popular it is right now. And I mean, I think Shonen Jump, they're most likely trying to conclude all these series right now because they want to reinvent the magazine. For instance, they want to bring in something fresh, something new. But my main concern here is not the fact that they want to, end these series. It's the fact that all these series that they're concluding have big fan bases. A lot of people standing behind these certain titles, and the way Shonen Jump has handled some of these titles, it feels like they're kind of slapping their readers in the face. I mean, let's look at Bleach fans, okay? That was horrible. Like, I mean, I wasn't the biggest fan of Bleach. I said my piece with the series, but the way it was handled, it was just a huge slap to the fans of Bleach. People have been with the series since the very beginning, chapter 1, or even that jumped in the middle, or even for the final stages. It was a slap to the face for Bleach fans, the way Bleach ended. It was such a rushed ending. It's like they walked into Kubo, they pulled him out of his place, they took him into a back alley, and they beat this man half to death and said, hey, you need to finish this work up. You got like 5 to 10 chapters. Get the shit done. That's kind of what Shonen Jump did to poor Kubo. And then we also have stuff like right now what's going on with Toriko. It's being rushed to death as well. It has shown signs time and time again of being rushed with certain things. And I'm feeling like Shonen Jump is probably telling certain mangaka in the magazine, like, chop, 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 get that shit out, we need to start something new. And I'm worried right now, because what if all these series they're trying to bring into Weekly Shonen Jump turn out to not be that popular, something that doesn't stick with people reading? For instance, Shonen Jump decides to slap all these readers in the face with ending their favorite manga. For instance, Toriko and now Bleach, and then other series too I've already mentioned. They end these series in a certain way that just doesn't sit right with the readers, and it makes readers maybe not wanting to continue reading Shonen Jump, or maybe not start these new series, or maybe the new series might not even be good to begin with, which could overall degrade the quality of Weekly Shonen Jump. So I beg the question, what is going on? What are they trying to accomplish? To be honest, I think it's some form of business move. I think overall, Shonen Jump, they want to add something new. They want to bring something new to the table, new fans, and try to see if they can have something new that kind of reinvents the name Shonen Jump. For instance, what it really stands for as a magazine. Because when you think about Weekly Shonen Jump, the big titles that pop up into everybody's minds is Naruto, Bleach, One Piece. Those are the big titles everybody thinks about when you think about Weekly Shonen Jump. And I feel like Shonen Jump's trying to change that. They're trying to bring in the new generation, bring in something that is that next Naruto, that next Bleach, that next One Piece. That is what Shonen Jump's trying to do. They're trying to bring in these mangaka and trying to make them, bring in something new to the table, something brand new that everybody will get excited about, which is, Boku no Hero. It's done amazing. It's doing really well right now. Many fans of the series. I've been with it for a while too. It's a great series, and Shonen Jump did a good job with, kind of letting the series thrive and become very good. And now we have the Promised Neverland that recently came out. It's been a spectacular series since these recent chapters. So overall, Shonen Jump is doing some good moves. They are doing good moves, but it begs the question, are they doing the right thing? Are they doing the right thing by ending some of these ongoing series that have been going for a while now, years, decades, and ending them in a way they're doing? For instance, some that's just absolutely distasteful, some of the ways they're ending these series. Are they doing the smart move? Are they doing the right move for the long term of their magazine? Or are they shooting themselves in the foot and kind of, slapping their ongoing long-term readers of the magazine? So I ask you, Chibits, what do you think is really going on? I mean, do you feel like this Shonen Jump's just trying to get out the old and in with the new? Do you think that's what's going on? They're trying to just remove all the old stuff, bringing in some new stuff, new blood, before they can have new stuff that everybody's mesmerized about? I mean, do you think that's what's going on? Or do you feel like something else is going on internal? Maybe, the person leading Shonen Jump is not a big fan of these manga and wanting to just completely toss them out. Maybe there's just something else going on. But I'm just asking a question. How does everybody feel about this news? How do you feel about Toriko concluding in 2 weeks? And how do you feel about all these other series that have already ended or about to end? And I mean, there's a lot of warning signs this year. I mean, there was a lot of things that's happened, like some of the mangaka have said this year, that are very concerning. That this is the last part I want to kind of conclude this video on. The mangaka of Gintama stated, I don't remember the exact phrase he said, but he said something around these lines. the mangaka of Gintama stated that it's getting lonely around here. All these people that have been around me for quite a while now are leaving. For instance, people I've written, manga for a while with him that's been a weekly Shonen Jump. For instance, Kubo. And I wonder if the mangaka are trying to say something, trying to imply something. Something's going on here. I mean, let's look at what Oda did this year, which was very, very, very strange. And I mean, Oda's done this in the past. It's not nothing necessarily new, but it was strange because of the circumstance or the timing of what Oda said this year. Oda stated that his series was pretty far close to done. Like, he's like, 70-something% done with the series. Like, 70 or 75% done with his One Piece series. And with him saying that, I wonder if he was trying to let the fans know that if something happens to his series, maybe not right now, like, it's not happening now, but like when, One Piece gets to the final stretches of its life, for instance, like the final 2%, 5%, whatever, maybe Oda's trying to send us a warning sign, like, if something happens and my series ends relatively soon, and the pacing of my series thus far, One Piece, that I'm being rushed. I feel like Oda's trying to say something, because the timing feels just so weird, because of, the writer of Gintama saying it's getting lonely, all these series ending, and then Oda coming out stating, like, my series is, like, 70 to 75% done. It's very strange. All this timing with series ending and stuff like that, it just makes you question a whole lot right now. So hopefully Oda isn't concerned and stressing out, over, all these people, kind of stop writing manga. I mean, that has to be stressful. Regardless if it's not even happening to Oda, Oda in general has to be worried as well. I mean, at the end of the day, he's trying to make money for a living. He's writing manga for a living. And if you saw your fellow co-workers just completely stop working, they're not writing manga anymore, you're going to get generally concerned. You're going to be like, oh, I'm getting fucking scared. I'm seeing these people getting axed left and right. Even if they end their series properly, they're leaving the fucking studio. You're like, oh shit, this might happen to me if I don't do some shit. So hopefully Oda isn't worrying about this. I mean, that's a possibility right now. That's a really huge possibility that Oda is concerned because, all these people that's been around him for a good long while are gone. So, yeah, I'm kind of worried, and I just want to discuss this topic to see how everybody else feels about it. But what do you think? What's your thoughts on the topic? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.